Run through the questions that I gave you on shapes of molecules. So the first one was account for the difference in shapes between boron, trifluoride and ammonia. Now when you look up B or boron on the periodic table, you'll see that it's in group 3. So 1, 2, 3 electrons in its outer shell, and then you bond that with 3 fluorines. Remember that fluorine's in group 7, so you have to have 7 electrons in the outer shells of the fluorine. Okay, I can't fit them in there, but you do the same thing there. The shape there is triangular planar. Okay, with nitrogen, when you look up nitrogen, it's in group 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 electrons in the outer shell of nitrogen, and you're bonding that there then with 3 hydrogens. Okay, now the lone pair, remember pairs of electrons that are not involved in bonding are called lone pairs, and they will push the bond pairs closer together. Okay, so that's all you have to say there when you account for the difference in shapes. Oh, this is pyramidal, of course, so you're just going to say that the lone pair of electrons pushes the bond pairs closer together, and that accounts for the difference in shape there. It asks you then in question 2 to give the shape and the corresponding bond angle for a molecule if you saw Q(X4). Now lads, when you see the 4 there, you know that Q is bonded to 4 X's. So the shape when there are 4 bond pairs, tetrahedral, okay, tetrahedral, and the bond angle is 109.5. Okay, question 3 then asks you to distinguish between sigma and pi bonding. Well, sigma bonds are formed from the head-on overlapping of orbitals, so you just say head-on overlapping of orbitals, whereas pi bonds are formed from the sideways overlapping, but you need to say p orbitals there. Okay, so that's all you need to say for distinguishing between the two. Now just for other exam questions, remember that sigma bonds are stronger, SS. Sigma bonds are stronger because there's more overlapping between the orbitals. Pi bonds are weaker because there's less overlapping. Okay, 2 possible shapes then for AB2 was question 4. Now again, look, see that you've got 2 B's. So you could have a situation where you have linear, okay, or the other possibility would be V-shaped, where you would have 2 lone pairs of electrons there pushing the bonds closer together. So linear or V-shape would be your answers there. Okay. The next one then, it says 2 possible shapes for, now that's similar except they're just using different letters. So again, because of the 2 here, you can see that there's 2 X's. So that would be very similar, same answer, V-shaped or linear there as well. Then in question 6, they're asking you to account for the difference in the angle with water, H2O, sorry now. Okay, so oxygen is, okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now the 2 lone pairs there will push the bond pairs closer together, whereas with methane is tetrahedral, you just have the 4 bond pairs, so you don't have any lone pairs. So again, accounting for the difference there, you're going to say that the lone pairs of electrons in water have a greater force of repulsion, repelling force, something like that, pushing bond pairs closer together. Okay, and then finally there it asks you, under what circumstances will ionic compounds dissolve or conduct electricity, well, if they're melted, so molten, so turned to liquid, so the solid has been turned into a liquid, they're melted, or alternatively, if they're dissolved in water, they would conduct electricity there too. Okay, now the other thing you had then out of the text